Perfect. Today we're going to talk about stereotypes, and we prepared 10 questions for us to use for the discussion in here. Now, if you're here for the first time, there are a few rules that we follow. There are only 3, and they're really easy. Rule number 1 is, we do have classes on Talk and Talk, but these were now not a class, okay? We're here to talk, share experiences, tell stories, listen to each other. You're going to learn, but you're not going to learn like in a class, where you're going to learn by practicing and seeing how other people speak, okay? Which means you are free to make mistakes. I want you to make mistakes. I love it when you make mistakes because that's a necessary step in our journey of learning, okay? Rule number 2 is, you're free to make your mistakes and we are not going to correct you, okay? And we ask you guys to not correct one another, okay? And rule number 3 is to be respectful to one another, to everybody. We're all different. We come from different places. We have different cultures and beliefs, and that's what makes us so unique. That's what gonna make this experience so nice, because you're gonna get to learn from a lot of different people, and that's really amazing, okay? And there is a rule, which is rule number 4. That's a rule I invented, okay? It's not an official rule, which is to have fun. If you're doing Talk and Talk and not having fun, you're doing something wrong. You have to try again, okay? Have fun, make friends, do networking, get to know people from your area, get to know people that live around you, and most of all, get to learn a lot here with us while having fun, okay? I am sending right now in the chat 10 questions. While I do that, do you guys have any questions to me?
Nope.
Okay. Did everybody receive the questions in the chat?
Yes, we can see.
Perfect. What are we going to do right now? We are in 11 people in here. I'm going to divide us in 2 rooms, okay? Because 11 people is a lot of people. If everybody talks at the same time, we won't have time to discuss the questions. So I'm going to separate us into small groups, okay? When you get to the group, introduce yourself, say, hello, I am Juliana. I am from this place. I live in this place right now. I am very, 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 very rich, you know, and I've just bought a Ferrari. If you guys want to take a look, and then you show your Ferrari to us. And then after you guys introduce yourselves, you can start working with the questions, okay? When it's 5 minutes to 2, I'm going to bring everybody back here to the main room so we can wrap it up and finish our conversation, okay? That's it. Let me make the groups in here. All righty. No, I'm going to have to recreate it. Calma aí, não fiz isso durante o fim do ano, agora tá enferrujado aqui o negócio. Recreate. Okay. All righty. Okay, all done. You guys are going to be sent to the rooms. When you get there, introduce yourself, do all the things. And if you need any help, if you feel uncomfortable, you can come back here to the main room and ask me for help, okay? Here we go. Have a great talk. And done. Now, if you stayed here with me in the main room, it means we're going to have the conversation right here, all right? I'm going to ask you guys to introduce yourselves. I'm going to start with Juliana. She's going to talk to us about her Ferrari. Juliana, can you introduce yourself, please?
Why I need to start? Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Juliana. I'm from Maceió, Alagoas, and now I'm living in the United States. I'm au pair here. So My life is difficult because I don't know speak English very well, but I'm trying to improve my English here in TALKNTALK. And that's it.
Amazing. Can somebody tell her English is not that bad? Huh? Come on, girl. Nice. Nice to have you here with us for one more talk, Juliana. Now, what about João? Would you introduce yourself to us, please?
Okay, so my name is João. I am 24 years old. I live in Salvador, Bahia. And I've been studying TALKNTALK since August from last year. December, I was out because I was sick, but now I came back on January.
Great. Nice to have you back here with us, buddy. Now, Diego, you're up.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm living right now on the countryside of Minas Gerais. I'm living in Ouro Fino city. It's a small city near to Pouso Alegre, but I'm from Campinas, near to Junho. Yeah, I'm here since 2 months. I've been on TNT. This is my birthday on TNT. January, I make 2 years on TNT, and I start the process to be a host here. I'm so proud because for me, it's a good place here to understand more about people, about different topics, to study, to learn, to make friendship. It's a very, very good community. I'm so proud to be here, guys, with you.
And we're proud to have you here with us, buddy. When Philip told me you were starting the process to be a facilitator, I was like, yes, let's do it.
Thank you.
I'm just a little bit sad because now we're starting the presential meetings.
Yeah,
and I am going to start a hub in Campinas, and I wanted you to be here with us.
Yeah. I saw this announcement. So good. Yeah, the presential meeting is what would be so good to us to make more connections.
Yeah, but I want you here in Campinas with us one day.
Oh yeah, it's near.
Great. Nice. Now, what about you, Maria? Would you introduce yourself to us, please?
Hello, everybody. My name is Maria Fernanda again. I'm from Curitiba, but I moved to São Paulo 3 months ago. Now I'm living in São Paulo, capital, and I work in Grupo Boticário. I work with marketing and communication.
I don't believe. I'm working with Boticário too, but at Almap BBJO, the agents that work with you.
Yes. I work in another brand. Different brand, yeah. In We is a new brand of group.
Very, very good.
Do you know?
Yeah. I knew about I read about this brand, yeah.
Yes. So I'm working with 2 years ago. I how can I say eu entrei na marca?
You like joined the brand?
Joined to the brand. Deixa eu lembrar. Sempre confundi isso. After. Oh, não é after. Antes.
B? Before?
Before the mark started in the market. So that's it. It's my first moment in TALKNTALK. I need to practice my English. I need to grow up my English because it's a monster to me. English is a monster, and I need to break up this situation.
Nice. Don't worry, we'll kill the monster for you.
I kill this monster. I need to kill this monster.
Awesome. Nice to have you here with us as well, Maria. By the way, do you know about our presential meeting next month in São Paulo?
I don't know,
we can
but
hear
I
you.
try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't know if I go, but I try.
Great. By the way, let me send you guys here. If you still aren't in our Telegram channel, if you guys want to join, the link is in the chat. All the news, everything we have, it's going on there. So if you guys want to stay tuned, is there you should go to. Perfect. And now, Guilherme, what can you tell us about you?
Hi everyone. I'm Guilherme and living in Brasilia, but I was born in Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais. In Brasilia, I produce beer events and parties and working in startups.
That's really cool.
Yes, two things very interesting.
Beer and startups, they work very well together.
Yeah.
That's really great. It's nice to have you here with us as well. And I hope you enjoy our conversation. Now, I've already talked too much, so going over about me very quickly. I'm Junior. I'm 21 years old. I come from Minas Gerais, but now I'm living here in Hortolândia, São Paulo, which is pretty next to Campinas. I've been here on TALKNTALK since 2020. And what else can I say about me? I'm an English teacher, but I've been working here on TALKNTALK as a social media analyst, like marketing, communications, kind of stuff. And that's it.
But your first job is English teacher.
Yeah, I was an English teacher, like mainly. Now here on TALKNTALK, I work on the marketing and social media, but I still teach classes.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So going for question number one, let me ask here, João. Stereotypes. What are some stereotypes?
What are some stereotypes, like to list as examples or to define stereotype?
Both. You can do both for us.
Okay, so stereotype is a personality that we create or we learn or we heard about of people from somewhere, from some physical characteristics from, I don't know, different countries, different states, and to list some stereotypes. I heard once that French people aren't very friendly. French people, I think that is.
They're kind of like cold. They don't.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was French or people from England. Don't remember. I think it's French. But this is one of some stereotypes. The next question is about our country, so I won't say about Brazilian stereotype yet.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Great. Perfect. What about you, Guilherme? How do you define stereotypes, and what are some stereotypes you know?
And stereotypes for me, it's how to define it for you. And preguiçoso is stereotype.
Yeah.
So, how I say preguiçoso?
It's lazy.
Lazy. It's lazy and stereotype, and the other qualities for the people I see stereotype.
Alrighty. Look, I am lazy. I'm a very lazy person. People don't. But it's fun because like I don't have the stereotype. I'm always like going around doing stuff and talking to people. So people don't see me as lazy, but I love staying the entire day in the sofa. It's like my passion.
I want to be lazy, but I'm not.
You don't have time to be lazy, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
My agenda is so full. I don't have time for this.
But that's how to really become lazy. That's the thing. You can't have an agenda. You have to be lazy, so you don't make the agenda. So you have time to be lazy.
Yeah.
So it's a cycle, just like being busy, being lazy is like a awesome. What do you say, Maria? How do you define stereotypes, and what are some stereotypes, you know?
I don't know. I think that to define stereotypes is the people looks like. I don't know if it's correct to say, but I think that's it. And the other question is, there are stereotypes of me?
Some stereotypes, you know, for example, Jean said that French people, their stereotype is that they're not very welcoming, they're kind of cold.
Stereotypes. I don't know. The boys' stereotypes and I don't know. I try to don't define people of what the people looks like. I don't know to say that, but if you understand me, I don't have to practice define people about your stereotypes. So for me, it's difficult to define the stereotypes because people is different. Which people have a different, how can I say, characters.
Yeah.
So stereotypes in this moment of society is difficult to define.
Great. What do you say, Diego?
Yes, it's a good topic, yeah. A little bit difficult to explain because a more philosophical behavioral is so a little bit difficult, yeah. But when we are talking about the stereotype, I'm on my mind came one example when you put a label in one person, yeah. When you define person without know more about them. For example, just to see the people walk on the street, we can define them like a lazy people, yeah. But these people, for example, has one problem in their leg, for example, and need to walk a little bit slow, yeah. For example, when we talk about Portuguese people, yeah, they are very not so smart. It's totally different when you knew one Portuguese guy. They are so intelligent, but they think different like us. For example, they don't have the velocity that we have, the speed that you have to understand more things. But when they got a lot so deeply, yeah. And when we put one label in one person, you thought know deeply, then we are making stereotypes about these people. And especially right now with this division that you have here in Brazil, ideological division, political division, it's kind of a polarization. We are making stereotypes all the time. For example, I saw yesterday, I think one image that this person who catch garbage that our President Lula choose to walk with these on the posse, presidential, I don't know, posse in English. It's a catch garbage. I don't know, that's the name, yeah? Catch garbage, I don't know. But catcher, garbage catcher.
I don't remember. My mind.
Yeah, but it's understandable, yeah? It's understandable.
Yeah, totally.
It's a poor girl. And guys show one photo who this girl is on the Italy, for example. What's the problem of one poor girl go to the Italy and continues work as a garbage catcher? It's not a problem. It's a kind of stereotype, and we have this kind of stereotype in both sides all the time. We need to handle more the difference, like Maria said. Yeah, it's important to us understand more about the difference, different people, different cultures, and not make judgments without know people. I think that's when you try to put people in a labels or in a small boxes, we have one probability to make and to create stereotypes about these people.
Great. Juliana went like, yeah. What do you say, Juliana? You agree?
I agree with everything. But yeah, I agree with Diego and João. I think stereotype is like when how I see other cultures, other peoples, the accent, the colors sometimes, and the characteristics, and these things. I think some stereotypes don't need exist, but others is like, if you asking for me if I saw some stereotypes, I will say yeah, because it's true. I know some places in our country the accent change, so it's a stereotype. And yeah, so that's it. I agree with you.
Yeah, and something really interesting you guys talked about, specifically Diego, is about like how easy and how common it is for us to make stereotypes. We do it all the time, and it's like
all the time.
It's pretty much our brain categorizing stuff because, oh, so this person is a rich person. Does this person really know how to clean a house? Like, I don't think so. They had a maid their entire life, but they might.
Yeah.
So we do build stereotypes in our heads all the time. Like, it's kind of like a way our brain deals with information because you want to classify things, it becomes more organized.
When you study learning, I don't know, learning philosophical, I don't know, but the philosophy to learn, we have philosophers that define the process to got one thing, to learn one thing in three processes, see, judge, and act. When you see one thing, it's natural to us judge this thing. Is good or is bad? Is beautiful or is I forgot the word. The opposite of beautiful is feio. I don't know. But ugly. That's it. You understand? Yeah, ugly. Thank you. And in this moment, when you make our judgment, we put our culture, our way to see the things, and that's the point. It's not a problem to make judgment, but if you don't have precaution, I don't know, but attention, it's so easy to us make wrong judgments in this point. And after that, we can act in a wrong way, because we don't have the good judgments or something to put out the judgment and to accept the people like they are. Yeah.
Oh, that's something interesting. Getting from his idea, I want to skip question number 2. We're going to go back to it. And I want to ask question number 3. Let me ask here, Guilherme. Do you stereotype people? And as Diego said, because it's natural for us to judge, is how we analyze how people behave and how we're going to take our actions. So Guilherme, do you stereotype people, and do you think you have good judgment about people?
And one consideration of Diego talk, okay? And I think the case of catcher, the government sell the image of poor woman together Lula represents the people menos favorecidas, né? And the other people search and perceberam this catcher poor woman is not very poor woman, and the stereotype que Lula sell for us is not não era bem isso, não sei qual que seria essa expressão. And the situation is it's not very interpretation for other people.
It wasn't like really what we thought, because like, oh, that's person, and they don't even say, oh, this is a very extremely poor person. No, this is a person that's a trash collector, and in our heads, we're all already thinking, oh, that's such a poor person, you say. So
and, yeah, we have a kind of a filter, yeah. When you choose one filter, for example, like this person make this stereotype, yeah, we see all the things with this filter, like one sunglasses, or yeah, and you are seeing different stereotypes that who didn't exist all the time, yeah. Like you said, Claire, I think that's the good point.
yes. So continue on the question then. Guilherme, do you stereotype people, and do you trust your judgment on people?
Repeat, please. Which number is the answer?
Number 3, do you stereotype people?
I think so. I'm a white guy, and the people see pessoa favorecida.
You're forgot the name? You have privilege.
Privileged people, and I think the how I say, eu acabo tendo, né, acesso mais fácil do que catador de lixo, digamos assim, no processo seletivo. Desculpa falar tanto em português.
No problem, no problem. But like when you see a person, for example, when you see us here, every person that's with you in this room, do you stereotype people? Like, do you see people when you say, no, this person looks like it's a rich person, this person looks like it's a poor person, this person looks like a funny person? Do you stereotype people?
Yeah, I think João is working with TI, because your chair is gaming chair.
Man, you are very accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gaming chair just gives it.
Yeah. And the glasses too, yeah. Nerd people.
Oh, when I bought this gaming chair, I was working with digital marketing.
Oh.
But now I stay.
All right. When you were working with digital marketing, did you have neon lights in the room?
Yeah.
No, it lacks neon lights.
Neon
so
light and a
it wasn't the
microphone.
full stereotype.
Yeah.
Great, Joe. What do you say? Do you think you stereotype people?
I think I absolutely stereotype people, but always trying to not let the stereotype influence me, but like some situations. Last year I traveled on September to Rio de Janeiro and October to São Paulo. My behavior in the two states were quite different. Like in Rio de Janeiro, I talk, I don't know, I felt more free to talk to people, and people really helped me a lot and really talked to me a lot. This didn't happen with São Paulo. Sometimes I think that yes, there are stereotypes, but there are the conditions of the environment. Like São Paulo usually is a place where people work a lot, they're busy. It's a city that is like, it's the definition of city. And Rio de Janeiro was like on the beach, and people were spending their vacations there, or they didn't work anymore, so they are quite more relaxed to this. Like, yes, if I could say about stereotype, like I could say that people from Rio de Janeiro are, I don't know how to say malandro, but this is not, this is a stereotype that is not influenced by the environment. It's like something that was created by the culture. So I try to divide those two things.
That's interesting. That's really interesting. All right. What do you say, Juliana? Do you agree, like, the stereotype can change depending on where the person are?
Yeah, we always change all the time, and I have some stereotypes. Yeah, I agree. And all the time I try do not have these things. I try like change my mind and other things. Like I have some stereotypes, and I don't change yet, but I will. So like I don't know if you have this, but in my city, we talking a different accent. We have a different accent. So when I saw some people talking about like, it's like more in Portuguese, because it's better understand, like more, hi, oi, tudo bem? Como você está? So some people talking like more, and I, why are you talking about like this? Because
musical
it's different
phrase.
for me, and we think é frescura, okay, but it's not. It's like just different culture, different people. So it's, for me, it's a stereotype, and I need change. So here in America, I talking with a lot of people in different cities. So I have a friend, she lives in Sul, living in Sul. So she talking different. She has a different accent. So when other people in my city saw he talking in FaceTime, she thinks she's like, I'm not a good person. So I say, no, she's really cool. She's really funny. It's just the accent. So it's like, oh, sorry about that.
No, really. Well, oh my God, I've never seen you speaking in Portuguese before. It's when you made the voice, it sounded like a cartoon. It was really funny.
Yeah.
It was green. But let me make you a question though. We were talking about judgment because that's where stereotypes come from. So you look at a person, you see how they behave, you judge in your head, you create a stereotype. Now the question is, Juliana, when you create a stereotype about a person, are you usually correct or not?
No. No. It's because of this I'm trying to change.
All right. That makes sense. Perfect. What do you say, Maria? Do you stereotype people, and do you think you have a good judgment about it?
Not do I stereotype people. No, I don't. But because I like difference, I like people different and different people, and I like to discover the different how can I say? I like difference between the peoples, and but I find eu acho I find the aí ficou mais difícil de eu criar uma frase aqui, né?
No problem.
But I connect to people when I discover same characters, which me and another person. So I don't judge the people, but I'm connect with the people when I find a same. I don't know if you understand. You understand me.
You go like for the things you can relate, like, oh, you like that metal? Not a big fan. Oh, you like, oh no, you like The Bachelor? I like it too. So then like that's where you bond with the person.
Yeah, the
And
type
like,
of people. The how can I say postura in English?
the posture.
Posture. Yes, the posture, the energy. For me, it's more about the energy, about the stereotype. So when the energy is good, the relationship is good too.
Great. I feel you. Something interesting about that. I have my stereotypes. Like sometimes I look at a person and I do have little boxes where I put people in my head. But overall, I think I stereotype the most when I'm trying to judge character. And I kind of feel like the vibe of the energy in the behavior of the person. So that's something as well. Like there are some people that I just can't relate to and I can't befriend because of how they behave and the vibe around them. It just doesn't fit, you know. So I stereotype mainly on how do I think the person is, like their character by the way they behave. So sometimes I just 5 minutes with a person and I say, okay, this person is not trustworthy, like, you know. And it's not difficult to change my mind though if I get to spend more time with the person and I see that's different. But I am usually right, I guess.
Yes.
I feel. And we started this whole thing on the third question with Diego. So tell me, buddy, do you stereotype people?
Yes, I'm stereotyping people all the time. But I try do not treat people based on this stereotype. Yeah, I try to put out this stereotyping, but for me it's natural. Yeah, I believe that's a natural movement. When we are in society, you are in relationship. We are made in this, especially on the beginning of one relationship. Like we start right now, I don't know Maria, but I'm start to knowing them. And I believe that we are here more and more time, yeah, Maria. But I make stereotype all the time because she's from Curitiba. Curitiba's people more freezy people, yeah. They don't have the, but it's different because she was talking with us so like one good person, like one sympathetic person, yeah. But in the beginning, when she started to talk, I'm from Curitiba. It's natural for me. Oh, Curitiba, I'm there 5 years ago, and the people are so freezing for me. Yeah, but it's not.
The people is so freezing in Curitiba. I'm an exception.
Very good. Congratulations for this, awesome. But I try to not make judgments about this stereotype that come on my mind naturally. Yeah. But it's like João said, we made this all the time, and we need to handle with this, yeah, and try to not treat people like this stereotype, to understand more, to know more. For example, my job, I use it to hire people, yeah. For me, it's so difficult when I'm hiring people because I'm trying to put out all of judgments, because it's so difficult to know one people in 1 hour of job interview is so difficult. For me, I use it to make more interviews and to invite people, different people from my team, to know this person too, because I'm trying to analyze the technical skills, the hard skills, the soft skills from these people, but it's important to analyze the cultural match that these people will have with my team, with my company. In this topic is so difficult for me because we are stereotyping all the time. It's important to put this out to understand more about these people. Yeah, it's one example, but we have a lot of them. The schools, the teachers that we choose for my children, the professionals that we hire to work in our houses. A lot of examples here
And so on.
to show
Yeah.
this situation.
Great. Now, so far we've been talking about people. Let's zoom out. Let's get a bigger view of the thing. Let's think about the entire country. Question number 2 is, how is your country stereotyped? Well, how is Brazil stereotyped?
Okay, how do I start? I don't know. I think Brazil stereotype is like people who lives playing soccer, eating feijoada every day, and making parties.
Samba.
Yes,
Is that good
samba
stereotype?
parties every day, and
Carnaval all year
Yeah.
long.
all year
Yeah.
long. Yes, we do all these things, but not all the days.
Just on the weekends.
Yes, just on the weekends. But like, kind of this has a certain reflection on how Brazilian people are. Like, we really enjoy parties. We really have a strong culture on food. Our food are very flavor, has a lot of flavor. Soccer is really very strong here, but when those informations leave Brazil and reach the other countries, they are a little bit of stronger or heavier than it's really here.
Yes, it hits different because that's how people see us, like, and for them, that's the only thing they know about us. Because when we are in the country, we live the life and we get all the things, all the experience of being a Brazilian, and we see, oh, what are the things we do the most? And the things we do the most is the stereotype we have about ourselves. But in any other country, if you go to a guy in India and you eat a coxinha once, then you eat a coxinha twice, and they are gonna think coxinha is all Brazilians eat, you know. So, oh no, in Brazil they eat coxinha every day. Yeah, they do it for breakfast, you know. How you know how difficult it is to make coxinha? You need a lot of strength.
And there's another example that it's fully stereotype on my mind. Like I only know the countryside of India and those videos of the foods on the streets. I don't know how is capitals on India, but I know that they are really evolved on maths, on computer science, on a lot of things. But this is not the first picture that appears to me.
A lot of doctors riding cows in the middle of the street. What about you, Maria? How is Brazil stereotyped for you?
For me, is stereotype to Brazil is happy people, and the people see the happy in much things and much situations with how can I say, no pouco, sabe? Tipo,
a little.
See happy things in little things. See happy in little things. And I don't know, because Brazil is a large country and a big country, and have a different type of people in the country, but I don't know, stereotype to Brazil. So the people stereotype, right? The question is a people or one thing define Brazil?
No, stereotypes in general about Brazil, about Brazilian people, about the country.
No, that nature is a good define to our country, because it's a very expensive in our country, and I don't know. The people in Brazil is very defined to Brazil, right? The people is very specific in Brazil. How can I say, miscigenação? I don't know, the different cultures in the same country, and this is define Brazil for me, because it's very difficult to find this situation in another country.
Yes.
Brazil
and it's funny.
very special. And I'm really so happy to the change in the beginning this year.
It's fun because we're all Brazilians in here. We have 6 Brazilians. We have a few similarities, but we're all different. We have different faces, different skin colors. And when you go to other countries, like my siblings, they've been to Chile, to Chile last week for the New Year's. They're like, everybody looks the same, you know?
Yes.
They're like, everybody looks the same, and it's so weird because we are so used to seeing different kinds of people in Brazil everywhere. So it's fun, neat to think about it.
The different type people of Brazil for me is a good form to define stereotype in our country.
Now let me ask Juliana. Juliana is living now outside of Brazil, so you are in touch with people that see Brazil from a totally different perspective. How do you feel Brazil is stereotyped?
They think about Brazil is samba, is soccer, is everything, and they think about Brazil is poor. Some people's asking about, yeah, do you have internet? Do you have pizza? Do you have some like simple things? And you, yeah, do you speak Spanish? So no, we speak Portuguese. We don't speak Spanish. And Brazil is really is not rich, is not development, but Brazil is not poor. It's not just Brazil. And I saw a game, memory game about countries, and our pictures is Indian. Is Indian is like, and we, mas a gente não tem tanto índio assim no Brasil.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's yeah. I think Brazil is different. It's big, so we it's difficult define one stereotype, just one about Brazil.
Yeah, that's the thing. We've got so many stereotypes to choose from, right?
A lot, a lot.
Yeah.
My favorite, though, which is a good and bad stereotype, is most people from other countries, they think Brazilians are sexy. They think we're beautiful people and everything, which is nice because we are, which is nice because we are. But also, I've talked to people in the internet that they're like, oh, where are you from? I'm like, oh, I'm from Brazil. Oh, you're Brazilian. And then the whole dynamic of the conversation suddenly changes.
Changes.
I'm like, oh, no, wait, just hold your horses, buddy. Like, so yeah, kind of difficult. What about you, Diego? What do you say? How do you say Brazil is a stereotype?
I on the past I work abroad and from Brazil, but I work with a broad team, from different countries. All of them, in their minds, understand that Brazilian or guess that Brazilian are lazy people. Yeah, we don't work well. We don't work perfectly. We made the things with our little way. Yeah, our jeitinho. And we don't have a process to do things, and we don't export one process culture business, for example, business culture. This change because we export, for example, different cultures on the last years, like Ambev culture or the change of IBM culture here in Brazil. But on the past, it's so common. People talk about Brazil is not a people that they don't like to work because we are lazy and we don't have a process to make things. You are so bagunçados. I don't know, that's the word in English.
My ass, we work 8 hours a day. Those fuckers, they work 6.
Yeah, but they have this especially people from Colombia and from Central America, Mexico too. For them, we don't work well, yeah. And when you show the perfect law for our jobs, they they are open mouth with our job, yeah. Oh, it's from Brazil. You made this from Brazil. You are Brazilian. It's so common, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because when we look about other Latin American countries, I think they had it harder than us. Like, we have a lot of Latin American countries where culture is very different and economy is like a bit unstable, and a lot of people that have to struggle a lot. So when they look at Brazilians, the Brazilians actually do anything? Like,
yeah.
Right. And now to finish, Guilherme, how do you say Brazil is stereotyped?
I think the Brazilian stereotype is samba, soccer, and free sex.
Yes. Unfortunately,
another country think sex in all the places and people. In my events, these people catch by another woman's and I say, vamos ali no, como se fosse uma coisa, né? Very easy have sex with other people. This behavior, this people in other countries very intensive.
Yeah, they think Brazil's culture is very sexual and this kind of stuff. And there are people who come to Brazil and they think like, oh, I'm in Brazil, I'm gonna kiss everybody, and not that way. The Brazilians are not kissing everybody. I've been I've been working so hard on Tinder to get a date, you know. Welcome back, you guys. We are 5 minutes already past the time for us to finish. Sorry for that. But I want to know, how was the conversation for you guys in the other room? Vitória, Fernando, Murilo.
Sorry, I don't understand your question.
I want to know how the conversation was for the guys in the other room. Fernando, how was the conversation for you?
It was good. It was really good. It's a very important topic, by the way. So it was great.
Awesome. What about you, Vitória?
It was great. Like, I believe the most of the question we agree with each other. So I believe it was good.
Awesome. And what about you, Murilo? How was the conversation for you?
It's a hard subject, but it's very interesting. Yeah. Talks about it because it depends the people has the viewpoint. Yeah, depends the judge. Depends depends the viewpoint in general. But it can predicate each others. Yeah, depends the behaviors. There are so many cases.
Awesome. It. I have just remembered Murilo sent me a message last week and I haven't answered yet. Yay! Sorry. I'm going to answer you today. Guys, actually, it hasn't been last week. It was a long time ago. All right. Sorry, buddy. Guys, thank you for participating. I really hope you enjoyed our conversation here today. I'm going to be leaving one last link here in the chat, okay? That's a link for a feedback. So if you guys can just click on the link before leaving, then you leave a rating from 1 to 10 about the immersion and your opinions, if you liked, if you didn't like, your suggestions. And it helped us a lot to improve our experience here on Talk and Talk. So please share your thoughts. Muito arigato. Thank you all for coming. Have an amazing day. Remember to drink water, right? And I see you guys in our next immersion. Bye.
Okay, bye.